Hello everybody, I am Lisbeth and welcome to episode 6 of the the spaced out official download thing. Okay, look, we're going. So what are we up to today? Well, again, I've queued up a few little things here just before I got started. But most importantly, I want them... music! I want them to get this done because we got to get up into space. And I've also queued up, that's going to take them to there so then we can dig that out. Yeah, they should be able to hop across there. I've queued up, I just want to get them over here and especially over this way just to see what's up here. And I want to get them down here to see what's down here. Now, there it is. Finally stumbled across just a little bit of diamond. It's supposed to be in the oil biome in general, but this one right here and this one up here doesn't have any, which is quite strange, but that's all okay. We do have a little bit. It's a very good conductor. It's good for making temp shift plates, especially in really hot, like when you want to be super duper efficient. So I've got quite a few things to do today. Let's come back over here. I'm getting them to dig a bit more of this out in here, to tidy up a bit more. We've got all of this done. Those can all be a 5. We're going to build an extra one of those. We're going to do a priority on the construction. Those are all a 7. And you know what? All of these can be a 7. Including that, I'm going to start trying to force this water over this way a bit more. So that means we're going to also want those there. But we can cancel that one for now. So I'm going to force this water up this way so that the water pump here starts digging it a bit. Starts pumping it out a bit more. And hopefully they'll also mop all this stuff up. And we will get, yes, excellent. So we're going to put our bottle emptier right there. And we're going to cancel that one, because we know it's there. Probably also want to queue up, say, another 50 of these. Congratulations, Ruby. Is that a skill point? Now, we have no research selected. As you can see, I've removed our research thing here. Because I don't want them wasting the dirt on it. And I think... we're not getting into it yet, so let's not bother. Let's go for this, because I'm going to want it soon-ish. And then we might start looking at materials study. Because sooner or later we're going to need things, you know, pesky little things such as steam turbines, what other things? Some of this automation stuff down here needs, you know, the applied sciences, all that sort of stuff. This needs applied sciences, glass does, you know, like we're gonna have to do it at some point. But we also, like... radioactivities, like early game Weezeworts are great for it, but then later on, well, oh yeah, that's fine. We can get in there now. Yes, good. Probably also means that we wanna, so we're gonna go down there. They can get up and over there, yeah, that's fine. I could probably just put a ladder, I think. And that'll just be something for them to do in the meantime, like just in the background. Although they can reach it at the moment. They will be locked-ish out of there soon. Whoop. Let's sweep all this stuff up because I want to keep it nice and neat. And this is all cleaning up well. Okay. Now, I have done a little bit of looking around, and I think I found the best way to manage this, although we won't be able to do it for quite a while. I'm just getting prepared and doing some thinking. If I make these out of wolframite, so you can see the magma's 1500 degrees. Let's come up here to wolframite. It melts at nearly 3000 degrees. So I can build these tiles and they won't melt, and they will. And if I have this as a vacuum, this is a vacuum up here already. So I've just got to make sure that down the bottom here's also a vacuum, and it won't transfer any heat because there's nothing to transfer the heat through. So I'll be able to get duplicants up and down through there in ladders. But let's see what we've got. One moment. Sandstone, wasteland, tundra, space. So I don't have any trees. Let's take the pips. They'll hang out. Hopefully I'll be able to force them to plant something here. Or somewhere along here. That'll be really good, actually. Let's build... Those got to be built. So if I can force a pip to plant stuff along here, that'll be a much more convenient nature reserve. Because pips can only plant on natural tiles. There are ways to force natural tiles to be built, but I can never remember what they all are. And this little guy needs to not be there. And we'll probably need to sweep all this stuff up. Hey. Like so. Okay. And what about over here? Well, they're just about up at space. Is no one gonna get that? Can no one get that? Can they not get up there? Surely they can. We want to deconstruct these and those two. This is a slow process building across, and we can dig that one up now as well. I don't know, perhaps this will fill up before we can get there. How hot is it? That's okay. I'm even gonna put that as a priority 9, and... Yes, okay, good. You happy there, little buddy? Hope so. Probably need an extra ladder. Oh no, I think they can reach that. That's okay. Yes, Camille's doing research over here for us. And now Camille has been skill scrubbed, so we can actually come here. We want her to have advanced researching and astronomy, so that she is able to use the telescope up here. Now, is there really no one... Can they really not reach that? What if I cancel those and just dig? Harold is coming to dig. Let's change Harold's priorities to make sure that he's, you know, digging on a higher priority. And rebuild that wire. Harold, why can you not reach that? Oh, you're eating. Fair enough. I should also make this a higher priority because, you know, temperature. Now, did Harold have that extra skill? Yes, we want him to have super duper hard digging. So that we can do this as well. But I want that asteroid, I want the telescope done. It's very important. And we've got to get these guys off the microbe musher as soon as possible. I think perhaps mealwood might be the best way to go about it for starters. Although mealwood does take dirt, doesn't it? Yes. But it is Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Alright. I don't often use mealwood, so... That's also really important. Let's dig you out of there. Now, see that there just took wrong element damage? It's because I'm not filtering out these little bits of carbon dioxide. But we can deal with that. What do I want to research? Do I want to research anything? That's a desalinator, but we don't need it. Actually, we're going to do this, because I need this hand sanitizer. Trust me, it's going to be great. It's the best way to keep them healthy in the rocket. Like, it's the hand washing station, but it only takes one 3 high space. And there's a morb here, we're gonna capture him. Stick him in a little pit. Collect him. And I'm gonna get Harold to dig that up real quick, because I really want to get this lava egg out before it hatches. Because I want this little guy roaming around the base. It's going to be cute. Excellent. Alright, we're just about up here. And you can see how much oxygen they've got by the little bar here. Who can't reach food? Stinky, really? Really? Oh. Of course. Stinky, go get some food. They'll prioritize. Oh, no. Nope. Camille, now. Get out of there, Stinky. Golly gosh. Alright, surface breach. Yeah, they've made it to space. And we've also got conveyor levels, nice to see. Okay, and this is slowly becoming a vacuum, but that's fine. Now, that has power, and we need a better power source down here. So, let's really quickly here, once the music stops, because the loud music is low-key distracting. Power. Well, we can put a couple of coal generators down here for now, and a smart battery. We can make it out of, well, we have iron. I suppose. We're gonna have to move this down more as well, because it's kind of useless now, huh? This goes way down here, wow. Okay, that can go there for now. Oh, but there's the base. Okay, that's fine. That's the bottom. Alright. So yeah, let's put a couple of coal generators down here. And we're going to want a smart battery. And we're going to want heavy watt wire and automation wire. They're the most important ones, because we don't want these to be, in fact, and these can be priority 5. That'll ensure that the automation wire gets built first. And Camille got the skills, right? Yes. Harold gets a better hat. You can do plumbing, so you can get your plumber's hat. And May... Ooh. We'll think about it. And Camille will come up and do this at some point, which means we're going to start looking at the map. Now, map time. The telescope can see 2 tiles or 3 tiles. We might be able to see this range. Yes, it's 3 tiles, I'm fairly sure. So we'll be able to see all of this. So we're going to be able to find out what these 3 objects are. I'm hoping one will be an asteroid. I'm hoping like this one down here will be an asteroid. Even better would be this one or this one. But chances are it's going to be the bottom left one if it's any of them. And I'm glad this is overpressured, and it's dormant. See, this here says dormant? It means it's not going to be activated. Yeah, it won't be active for a little while, but this one here is still idle. I can't risk sending them in there quite yet. Oh, there's 2 over here. Huh. Well. And we're still doing okay here on algae. Let's just check off algae over here. When I find it, you know. 8.4 ton. Yeah, there's a lot more algae on this planet. But we will have to move to electrolyzers sooner or later. So we'll just have to keep an eye on that. And I have disconnected that, that's good. Why can't they... Oh, this here. And we're going to activate this as well, so Camille will come over and do that. We can open this door so that they're not so slow. That will allow us to send some things over here. Oh, we don't have field research anymore, never mind. Although, does Camille now have that extra skill? No, but we're not going to give it to her anyway. Not for a little while. Is that actually connected to the power? Yes, but we don't have enough. Okay, so the other thing we'll need to do for... Oh, we don't have enough metal. Ooh, yeah, that's fair enough, you know. Let's start digging some of this stuff up. Harold will come along and do all that for us. He's a good lad. There's probably a fair bit, yeah, up here, but I can't reach it anymore. Alright, now we've got that. Let's set up a couple of power transformers. We're gonna have to dig that up. You know what? We're not going to. Let's just do that for now. So one... In fact, we are gonna have to dig that up. What have you guys done? Who's trapped? Ren. That gets to be a pneumatic door. That gets to get dug up, as does that one, and then we can replace that there. And now that it's not going to all fall in the water down here, we can dig this stuff up. Oh! Uh-oh. That's bad. I should have thought about that. One there, one there. What's wrong with this? 100 tiles? It's too big. Is that 100 tiles? I suppose it is. Huh. Oh well. 2, 3, 4. That makes up the last 4 from the 100. Seems good to me. We will have to pump this water out, or what I can do is deconstruct that and dig up all of those. So, how am I going to detect... I think I know how we'll make this work. Don't tell me this water's freezing in the pipes again. It shouldn't be. This is all like 10 degrees. Look at this. We're getting warmer. It's not like this light blue, it's blue. We're doing much better on temperature. And this is getting us some warmer stuff as well. These are growing too. Nice. 5.1. Alright, this now gets crude oil. And we're going to keep a close eye on it. Ooh. I don't think I want the Slickster, to be honest. But do we want someone else? Like... I don't think so. I don't think any of them are good enough. We're gonna reject all of them. Yeah, that suits me just fine. And I've queued up all this down here. I'm gonna seal this little corner off. Right. Oh, there's a hatch there. Alright, get going, you guys. We can mop all that up. And dig all of this up. I'm even going to cancel that one, so this water drains out down here. And we're going to open this, cancel that one, and deconstruct that on a high priority. They'll do it eventually, I suppose. Alright, back over here, what were we doing? Oh yes, power. Let's just cancel that one altogether, and start a wire bridge for now. And we want the power sorted out kinda quickly. Let's deconstruct that and dig that up. We're going to put a door in there so that this nature reserve, yeah, stays a nature reserve. It is too large. Is Camille gonna... yeah, she's building up power. Yeah, so we got to get this power in down here. Now, I do have a list of things. Let's come back to Flippel over here and start organising a bristle blossom farm. That is flooded. These do flood, which is unfortunate. Alright, bristle blossoms. What do they need? Water. Water is all they need. And light. So that's not bad. And they only take 6 cycles to grow, which is really, really good. So where are we going to put our bristle blossom farm? We could probably like slide it in right here, I reckon. That's probably a really good spot for it. Then we can have the sweetles here-ish. Have another nature reserve right here. In fact, we can... it's under furniture. Park sign there. Pneumatic door there or something, and then we can have our sweetles down here. But first bristle blossoms, and given I should be able to force the pips to grow stuff here, or use these 2 tiles if I need the extra one, I'm actually going to dig that up. So we want to grow 12 bristle blossoms, and we can probably do something similar to this. Ah, yes, okay. Now that that's done, we can turn that off crude oil and choose polluted water instead. So, no pending deliveries. Is there any polluted water kind of laying around? Yes. Like that. And I do have to keep an eye on this, remember? Because otherwise... yes, okay, Misfit's gonna pick that up. Yep, okay, we gotta... aw, man. They swept it up. We don't want that anymore, we want this. Alright, Misfit's coming to do this. Let's keep an eye on her. Stop. There. Okay, look, there's a tiny little blob of crude oil right there. So now we get to choose polluted water. And Nisbet's coming to do this. What happened to that polluted water? Where did it go? We also need to, you know, redo our slime storage down here. Excuse me? Oh, they went and They went and ruined everything. In fact, I should probably deconstruct this. And high priority on the mop errand. Alright. We're going to turn off frost buns again. Because I need this sleep wheat. And this gets the polluted water. Alright, Turner, where are ya? Here he comes. Let's just slow it down so I can keep an eye on it. Alright. So here's how you get a tiny amount of water. You just gotta... and off. Nice. Now we have a liquid lock. I am gonna have to pump this, vacuum this out and then pump it full of something else, but let's get that sorted. We want a gas vent and a bridge and power, like that. This can get rebuilt. This can be deconstructed. We got to turn it around because we're going to make this a vacuum in here. I probably should have done this one second, but who's counting? And we're going to flip it around and make it the other way. Really? They've been a bit busy, I suppose. They are going to get all that stuff built, right? Camille's been out- oh yes, Camille's been out here researching. Look, we can now see what's there. And she's done this row first, and that's what they start with. The top left, they go in a clockwise. So she'll do these ones, and then she'll go up here and go around. Well... and this is gonna have mealwood. In fact, I'm gonna cancel those. Make that a... oh, they put the dirt in there. That's interesting. Alright, come back over here, you guys. Plumbing. I didn't put the bottle emptier down. So, we're going to need... fairly soon... we're actually gonna need... when my brain starts operating again, just a moment. This is all carbon dioxide down here. Let's actually cancel those. Oh my god, you guys. You have a bathroom. Oh, Harold has a skill point. But we're not going to give him anything. Yeah, we're not going to teach him anything. Not quite yet. Alright, I suppose... 1 minute. Copy that. Okay, good. We can now pick up the lava egg. Someone will come and do that. And I'm getting Harold up here to dig up all this lead, because the meat helps. That lava is gonna be a problem. Let's dig that up. And then I can dig that up to drop all this oil down a bit lower. So the lava doesn't, you know, so they don't drown. Yeah, it's a bit toasty up here. But it's not hot enough to burn. Now, what's his body temperature like? Still warm, but... There we go. Now we have a bunch of lead, which is really, really good. And we can dump that out on the ground. It'll hatch eventually. Awesome. And here's Camille. That's the last one for this one. She's gone pretty quick. Look how fast she is. Alright, and we've definitely now seen... Well, Harold's got to come up here and do a bit more digging up here, but we'll be able to see this part of the map right here. Nice. Alright, I'm going to go away and let them do some building, etc, etc. Harold is stuck. So he is. What does he have? Igneous rock? Igneous rock. Well, Harold's the only one who can do that, so he'll come and do it. He has heat stroke. Makes him slow at building. Let's cancel that one. Let him out of there. Mima. Alright, go, 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 go. Get out, get out, get out. Children. Oh dear. We're gonna have to stop pumping that water out to there. That's a bit of a problem. Okay. Okay. Well, I suppose we can just pump it out to down here, temporarily. We can at least... Well, this will just stop filling, because this will overpressurize and it won't overflow, so that's fine by me. Alright, let's sweep all that up. And this is going to get vacuumed out. This gets to be... sleet wheat, whenever I find it. And now we can go back to producing frost buns. That is a slight problem, that they get wet going through here, but it's fine. Just thinking. We've got to vacuum this middle... Okay, let's do the liquid lock first, and then what we're going to do is I will... So... Oh, okay, look, I'm going to go away, come back in a second, and then I'll talk. Well, I meant to be gone for a lot longer, but, Camille up here has gone and found us a planet. Oh, and a satellite. But we've got this one here, with more sulfur, chlorine, water, carbon dioxide, and carbon dioxide. So there's, oh my goodness, more sleet wheat. Magma, jungle, forest, that's really good to see. So we've got arbitraries now. But still no nuclear. Still no nuclear planet. Perhaps there'll be one here. The fact that this is a planet is really good, actually. Like, I was expecting this one to be the planet, but we'll find out what that is in a second. We cannot oversee it. So we've got a few more biomes. We've got access to arbitraries now, that's the most important thing, and I think the rust biome has some other stuff for us. Once it loads, there we go. We get puffs. which is really good too. And nosh beans are here too, but I did those in the last playthrough. Nosh sprouts. I did the tofu last in the Bartol playthrough, so I probably won't do it this time because, you know, been there, done that. Let's try something new. That's why we're doing the berry pie. So yeah, I guess just back at it. May is a wee bit stressed. May's, yeah, just a little bit stressed out. So we're going to build for her a massage table. That'll just help her out a little bit. But hopefully they'll be able to get all this done pretty quick. Alright, back in a while. Man, we just... we're so lucky. We have been so lucky today. We found another one. And it's still not... oh! Okay. Okay, I don't say this very often, but that's pretty poggers. Still no radioactive biome, but we've got a swampy biome, a marsh, which gives us thimble reeds, and loads of metals, but even cooler, we have 3 metal volcanoes, and like the 2 really good ones are gold and iron. Oh, and niobium, of course, but we'll talk about that way down the track. But gold volcanoes give you gold. How cool's that? Okay, so here's what I was going to talk about. So here we're going to have a vacuumed out double liquid lock, and what this will do is make sure that this stays cold without leaking the cold out, but there needs to be a vacuum in between, and I'm about to re-vacuum this out as soon as I get it done, because I spilt some polluted water in here. This stuff should not off gas because it's covered on top and bottom, or you know, like it's covered on top. It doesn't gas off out the sides as far as I'm aware. But this is all just about done. Let's just quickly make sure. So that is still 100 tiles. Okay, that's good to know. So we can put those 4 there. And that should work out. Might even just put a couple of extra ladders there. So the idea is we're going to have grubs in here, and they're going to deal with the, you know, 4 sweetle plants each, because, well, grub fruit plants, because each one seems to be able to deal with about 5 to 6, so if they've only got 4 each, then they're going to be perfectly fine. And then we'll do a little bit of automation here, just to... so they'll get dropped off in here, and then, yeah, that's how that works. But we'll talk about that in a second, because I need to vacuum this out. So there's 2 options, and the one which I'm going to go with is I'm going to put an air pump down here, vacuum all of this bit out, and then seal this up here. The second option is we could research, and this requires plastic. We can research the valve miniaturization. These here, mini gas and liquid pumps, and they are 2x1 tiles. So they'd fit in here just fine, but we're not going to do that. We're going to do this instead. So we are going to need a gas pipe from there out to there. We're going to need power wire to there, and we're going to need, well, we'll put a gas pump in a second, but we're going to need a gas vent. and that's going to need to be a higher priority, because I want to get sort of this finished, and then we're done. Very good. Now, as far as the bristleberry farm goes, I do want to fill that up with tiles. Like so. We're going to do it here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we can pretty much do exactly the same here, but with bristleberries. So we're going to need 3 and 3 and then 3. Is that too high? It's only 2 high. So this is actually going to have to be 3 high. And if we choose a auto sweeper, yes, that can reach everything. We'll have to get this dug up first before we can ascertain whether that'll reach. Let's dig that one up. But I think it will. I don't see why it wouldn't. But we need the extra height here because what we need is to put lights in. So we're going to use ceiling lights. And we'll be able to have 4 in total. Now they do reach a reasonable distance. But they only use like 10 watts each. Yeah, 10 watts each. So I'm fine with that. But let's also get some ladders down here. But the bristleberries will not need temperature control, because they can be run at the same temperature as the rest of the base, unlike in here. I wish there was a way to move these. And we can now do frost buns again. Okay, now that that's all done. Research complete. Nice. Thank you, Camille. So Camille is now finished with the star map. She can't see anything else from the planet. So we might as well come over here and deconstruct this to start preparing for the rocket platform. So I can now officially cross telescope off the list. I can also cross... finish the grub fruit farm. Mostly. You know what? Let's talk about the grub fruit farm automation right now. Just as soon as I've got this gas pump in. Because I want to vacuum this out. Now, as well, let's check out skills. Who's going to be our... Who was going to be our mechatronics engineer on this planet? Mima? We should probably skill scrub if we're going to do that. Because we've got enough skills. Alright, let's do that. Skill scrubber. Right there. There. That also needs to be an 8. We can put any old tiles here. We might even just leave it open for them to run around in. Although if we're going to have the Great Hall here, yeah, let's just get Meanwhile Skill Scrub. But first off, automation for this. So, the idea is that they're going to bring grubs and drop them off in here. In these ones in here. And the doors will open, like, to let them out. However, because the sweetle/grub farm is going to be over here, we're going to have to allow them to pass right through when one of these chambers is missing a grub, right? Now, how do we detect which chamber's missing a grub? Well, what if I make them a bunch of really small stables? Like, let's cancel this, let's deconstruct these, and for that matter we can deconstruct these ones. Might even move that up an extra tile. How much room would that be? 24 tiles, that's enough room for one grub. That's perfectly fine. So, we're gonna deconstruct those, that one, and that one, and that one, and that one, and that one. We're gonna have mechanized airlocks going vertically. That will allow the duplicants to get through. It doesn't even have to be mechanized airlocks. We can use pneumatic doors and leave them open all the time. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to have automation, critter sensor, one in each bay and one in the center. Alright. So the idea is this is to close the door once the grub leaves. Yeah, sounds good. Now, the only overriding factor is going to be that once any of these chambers is missing a grub, both of these doors will open. Yeah? And then we'll have to do some fancy little trickery for them to shut again. But we can sort that out once I've, I'll go from bottom to top. So let's look at this bottom one here. Say there's no grub in this one. We want this door to open. So, automation, wire. Well, that's simple, we go like that. However, we don't want that to be open anymore as soon as the grub's back in here, but we also wanna, because it's getting dumped off in here. Does that mean we don't need this critter sensor here? I think so, yes. I think that means we don't need this middle critter sensor. Okay. I was overcomplicating it. So we can put wires in like this. And this is just going to be set to one critter all the time. Now, what does that automation do? Enable and disable building. Okay. I wonder if it's got a different look once it's disabled. No, don't worry about it. Okay, as far as up here goes, if any of these are... So that just needs to be on an OR gate for both of these? Yes. Okay. So there's 4, 6 of them. Because automation's a bit funny as far as, like, putting multiple sensors on one line goes. Although maybe I could... that won't work. Although maybe... I'm going to have a think about that, but what we're going to do is use one of these OR gates, which is really an AND OR. But this is what we're going to do for now. That works out just fine. Let's put in... Okay. That's fine. And it's got another 2 there. Alright, this is going to start pumping out pretty quick. And this is just about a vacuum. This is a vacuum. Atmosphere. That's all a vacuum. Yes. So we can deconstruct those, and we can deconstruct the power. And this is all carbon dioxide down here. And that can be deconstructed. Nice. As soon as this is vacuumed out, we can then seal this up. As soon as this... It'll take a little while. Give it a second. Who's stressed out still, May? Fair enough. How are we doing on power now? This is done. This has no consumers. Okay, well... They will get that done eventually, right? Heck, if I even put it up to, 9. We can also start building these again, slowly. 1. No, you don't need to go breathe. You could have held your breath. But we do have this now producing power, so we want this to be on, again, 95 and 25. Now, the reason we put it on 95, if I haven't explained it yet, some generators, like hydrogen generators and natural gas generators and some other things, will only operate... sorry, they will continue operating until the animation finishes, not until... Like, they will finish the animation, which continues them operating and using just a tiny little bit of stuff. So that's all that researched. We're going to stop researching for just a little while. And I'm going to shift this coal generator across, and then we can... Yeah, we'll sort it out. Uh-oh, that's May. Oh, she's super duper stressed. Oh, what a bad spot for you to be vomiting. At least it's not Journey. And we can mop it up. We're gonna also increase the priority on that. And also this, hopefully. Well, they'll get this wire done now, soonish. I'm sorry, May. I'm so sorry. I know. You're having a bad day. Alright, this is the last one. Excellent. Now we've got power sorted. Finally. Yeah, I think this is going to fill up with water before we can get to it, so that's fine by me. We're gonna leave the power wire up there because we will need it at some point. Alright. Now we need to think about the Sweetle farm, kind of. That's all good. We're gonna have a door here. Probably that, and some, well, just another tile, I guess. And then we can have more tiles like that. Yeah. Okay, let's just check now. Furniture, ceiling light. So we will have to have 4, and shipping... Perfect. There, it'll go. Nice, that works out very well. We'll have to run power like this. That works out for me. We're gonna have to redo the whole power grid sooner or later, but that's fine. So this is gonna be if it's green signal if below 1. Like that. And now we get to have... like that. Alright. And we can issue a bit more sweepage there. This will overpressurize as soon as this tile gets to 1,000 kilograms. Which is good. And this can get water. Now... At some point we will put a, you know, vent over here so this continues pumping out. Because I need this to be empty. Remember, we're going to use crude oil and a liquid tepidizer to get this up to temperature. And we do still have that grub egg, maybe? Possibly? There's one there. I thought there was another one over here somewhere. No, apparently not. That's the one. But that's all good. Alright. I can dig that up, and I can dig those two up. That'll work. We can now also put in a third. We can deconstruct that. See, this is overpressurized. And we need a vent. And we're going to fill this up with carbon dioxide, because it's a sterile atmosphere. Does that really not have power? Whoops, my bad. Now, this is done, so I can do that there. Just doing, you know, cleaning up a few little projects. Actually finishing stuff this season. This can copy settings to there. And there. And all of these can be set to... May? Go and eat. Stress is way down though. So once they exhibit their stress reaction, their stress drops back to 60. So in some circumstances, it might just be better to, you know, let them exhibit their stress reaction. That's not going to be enough oil, by the way, in there. We're going to have to move the pump down. But that's okay. That can go there. Nice. And we're going to prioritize the mealwood, of course. Yeah, very good. Okay, everything's going really, really well. Alright, now, let's have a think about sweetles. They need food. They eat sulfur up here and they produce sucrose, which is this stuff here. And then the grubs themselves eat sucrose. But we're not going to provide the grubs with food in here. I could, possibly. Now, that doesn't have automation. Although I suppose the duplicants won't be able to access this room without the door being opened. So I'm okay with that. And we will have to do another bit of a sweep there, just to clean everything up. Alright. And let's sort out the plumbing for this. Something like that. I know I've gone around like that, but I think this is okay. We're gonna fill this room up here with chlorine as well. We'll have to rejiggle this. So that's gonna be a bit awkward. That's okay. Excuse me? Uh-oh, well. Why is there polluted water there? I would love to know. Okay. Well, let's put a vent right here. Actually, no. We're gonna put, yeah, that there. Nice. And these are all going to be opened so that the duplicants can traverse them quicker. And construction priority 7. There we go. And over here doesn't have enough oxygen? No, that's okay. Like that. We can dig that up. We can put... wrong button. That there. Probably one there too. And... copy and paste. So, rockets. Let's put a rocket platform up here. So the carbon dioxide rocket doesn't use much... it doesn't produce any heat, but other types of rockets do. let's put our rocket platform right there. They don't need anything underneath them. And we have a printable. Hopefully, it'll be a good duplicant. Never mind. Nothing I really want. More shine nymphs. Okay. Well, in that case, we're gonna sweep all that up. And ventilation. Oh, of course. Deconstruct that. I've got to flip it around. Forgot about that. But that's all good, and we can sweep that up. Yes. Alright. As far as sweetle farming goes, I don't know, I'm gonna have to draw something up. In the creative testing world. We're gonna want another vent right there. That can be deconstructed, and plumbing, that can be deconstructed. Make that a higher priority. I want to keep pumping this out. So we're going to have our liquid tepidizer down here. Right there. With a thermosensor and an automation wire. And then we're going to pump it full of, you know, crude oil. So we're going to need to run a pipe down here. From up here. Oops. And we're just gonna run it through the spaghetti. I'm even... No, I'm not. I can't go that way. We can come around here. Down here. Down here, and across to there. And we'll have a tile there and a row of tiles under here. Once this is filled up adequately, I'm going to deconstruct this, hopefully diagonally, and build an extra tile and squish it over. I could even... I think I know what I'll do. I've got to get all this emptied out though. And this can copy and paste. So as soon as... Yep, there we go. Now he's locked in here. That is working perfectly. So this gets grubs. We don't have any yet, so that's fine. How far is this egg off hatching? Oh, a long way. I could have sworn we had another grub egg. Yeah, we have two. There's one. This one's at 98%, so this is about to hatch, which is going to be pretty cool to see. Alright, so we're going to have to get into materials study pretty soon. Let's just finish off this bit of pipe. Whoops. That way, that way, that way, that way, and that's good. Let's come back over here and see how they're doing. That's fine for now, I don't care about that. But that'll be more than enough crude oil, we'll just have to keep an eye on it. And May's no longer stressed out? Not so much. And we're going to copy and paste. And they're all set on harvest, yes, good. And we're good on power too. Let's try and mop that up as well. Alright, we really got to do something, like serious here. Because I'm just sort of wasting time, aren't I? So, what are we going to do? What's on the list? Ow. Bristleberries crossed off. Let's arrange a kitchen and a dining hall for this colony. So we're going to have them here. Let's move... Okay, that's all done, so I can deconstruct that. Deconstruct those. Deconstruct all of that. They should be able to reach all of that from there. Actually, they can reach all of that with that there. And ventilation. Like so. We're gonna have to sweep that up. Alright, that's good. Okay. Kitchen and dining hall. Well, the dining hall can go in this bit here. So a dining hall needs to be a great hall. Minimum 32 tiles. That's 54, 48. Okay, so that's big enough. Let's get tiles. And we're gonna have the kitchen right below it. Or the kitchen could be here, actually, because we need to do food storage too. And I'm gonna leave these 4 tiles here, by the way, just so you know. That'll be that tile. We're gonna have to deconstruct that. And I'm even gonna... Yeah, so this is going to need a few more tiles over here. Let's just cancel all that for now. Furniture. Actually, I'm going to have to deconstruct those because I think a water cooler... Oh no, it'll fit right there. That's all good. Now, furniture. Flower pot on each side. And then we're going to have like some, you know, crown molding and stuff up here. Because it's got to look nice. And that's going to be 5, 6. And that's the corner there. And then we get some mess tables on each side. Like that. Okay. This is going to have to get moved. Where are we moving the kitchen to? Right below? They have to have relatively close access for food. So if we can store food here-ish, or even right here. So food storage has changed a little bit since the original game. Originally you could just pop it in carbon dioxide or chlorine and that was good enough and it would never go off. Nowadays it needs to be below 18 degrees Celsius and it needs to be in a sterile atmosphere. So that's carbon dioxide or chlorine or whatever. So we can do that, like we can just use probably the same, like this here. This is set to, well, below 0, but I can pop this down to negative 18. And that'll work out quite well, I think. How are we doing temperature-wise? This is still quite cool. That's okay. We're gonna have to look at properly cooling the base at some point too. But that's all good for now. Okay, let's just finish this. Where are we gonna put the kitchen? Here, I think, is the best spot for it. So we're gonna need 2 things. We're gonna need the electric grill, and we're going to need... Uh-oh, we haven't researched it, but we're not going to need it for a little while. This, the gas range, and I think it's 4x4. So we can put... we want this room to be 5 tiles high. Like that there. And we're going to have the gas range on this side, something in the middle, we'll have 3 tiles in the middle, and then the electric grill on the other. Like that. And I think the gas range, it might be 3x3. So this is going to be the kitchen here. We're going to have a couple of fridges in the middle, which will tell these when to turn off and such. Although I suppose if we're storing food infinitely, it doesn't particularly matter so much. Door, some tiles. We're going to replace these with airflow tiles at some point. That works, I think. And then there's going to be a huge amount of space down here. I can put bedrooms down here. Although we've got a load of space up here, we can move the bedrooms down here temporarily and then put proper bedrooms up here. Because I suspect this planet is not going to need an awful lot of power. Mostly because, you know, like, what's there for them to do? These things are going to power themselves. These are free to run. That's more water. This thing is going to be virtually free to run because we've got this here to operate it with. So this is going to be a very simple base. This planet on the other hand, oh boy, that's going to be expensive. Although we've got both a hydrogen and a natural gas geyser, so that's a good start. Now, we've got a big issue on this planet here, is that the gas range that's going to go here will require natural gas. You know, it's a gas range. So that's just something to think about. Alright. Let's put a row of ladders so that, you know, they can get across easily. We're going to need to power this thing. That can be off that for now. This can be deconstructed. Alright, very good. And that's actually going to be the edge of it. Oh, and we removed our thing here, didn't we? That's got to go there, and then actually out. Yes. Yeah, that's how it goes. Now who are we going to skill scrub? Mima? I think yes. Alright, now that's done, we can put in a tile there, arrange for one of those to go there because they can only go in the corner, and put that there. We will also need some of that sort of thing. And there's another one. Okay. We're getting there. Look how fast they're going. Oh, by the way, these drowned. So... does light travel through the airflow tiles? No, it doesn't. That's weird. That, I think, should not be the case, but... whatever, I guess. We're gonna make that slightly more important. And this... and probably these, just for the sake of it. And we're going to need to find somewhere else to put our... well, let's get a mesh tile there, and like that there? No. We're going to put it here instead. We're just going to dump it down, and this is going to take... slime. There we go. Now this is vacuumed out. This is, well, there's a tiny bit of oxygen in there, but we're pretty good. And these are just cooling down rapidly. Ventilation, that can all be deconstructed, that can all be deconstructed. And that can be deconstructed. Nice! Good going! And let's sweep all this stuff up too. So, next episode, these guys here are going to do a big old sweep of everything. And, you know, tidy the base up and everything. And then we can look at... also redoing all of the pipes and whatnot. Sort this out. We need chlorine up in here because I have definitely run out of time. Sorry, everyone. And then we can start looking at the sweetles and liquid sulfur geyser up here, because we're doing pretty well on the sleet wheat and all that sort of stuff. We're going to copy these settings, pop them there, just, yep, and then this can be deconstructed. Yeah, we're doing pretty well on all of the, you know, food that we can just find around and about. Alright, as for the other planet, let's have a quick look. I'm gonna keep squishing this up. That can be deconstructed. Yep, that's all good for now. As for this planet, what are we going to do? Well, we've sorted out food a little bit for now. Let's get some exploring done. Dreco Ranch for sure. And then we can start looking at oil and plastic. I think I'm going to do slicksters rather than these oil reservoirs. That means we're going to... Well, we'll have to go and see what's in all of these here as well. I'm just going to let this fill up, I think. And rockets, of course. So we're actually going to need quite a few duplicants on this planet. And we've got to get some sleet wheat over here because we're going to do the berry mush stuff. Berry sludge. So that's going to be bristleberries and sleet wheat again, but it's a different type of food. But that all sounds pretty good to me. But I've definitely run out of time, so I hope you all enjoyed the episode. But yeah, that's it for today. Take care, everyone. Bye.